Hello everybody, welcome to the Canadian Real Estate Show. I think you've seen me many times with different hosts. So today I have with me here Amanda Schultz. She's a mortgage broker, and let's have a chat with her today. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here, and let's have a dialogue. Tell me a little bit about real estate and what you know right now.
Definitely. So, Amanda, right now it's the market is shifting. Okay. We had an extreme sellers market, right? We had, as you know, we were going through multiple offers and no conditions, and all that is slowly changing. Okay. So we are seeing a few more conditions. We are seeing a little bit more easement on the price. So I think the market is shifting to a more balanced market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and we knew we can't stay high forever, right? Let's be honest. Things need to come down.
Absolutely right. And this is a great opportunity for the first-time home buyers. Okay. Right. And let's talk about the first-time home buyers today, and let's talk about what you need to get into the market. And let's start with actually the mindset, that you can actually own a home or a condo, right? So let's start with the mindset. What do you think a person, an individual, or a couple should be thinking with regards to the mindset? Because right now some of the younger generation, they're like, oh, it's too expensive to buy, right? So let's hear something from your side on that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think back to when I first bought my first home, guys. It's an exciting opportunity. It's a big adventure. You're also scared. And so people like a real estate agent, a mortgage agent, we're here to support you. 2006 is when I bought my very first home. I had to meet with someone. I had to get my documents together and really understand, what does my budget handle and how do I just get into the market? Don't worry about getting that big glamorous home, but think about, how do I start to take one step forward to be able to get into the real estate market and have an asset in the future. So there's several documents which a mortgage agent would require, and what I love the best about a mortgage agent is you can work with somebody like myself who can get your documents in order. We have access to more than 50 plus lenders. So instead of going to the bank, CIBC, TD, direct, having conversations with them and feeling like maybe they just didn't help you. Maybe they didn't help you get to the goals in which you wanted. Someone like me pulls your credit once, and we have opportunities to go to several different lenders and get creative with an opportunity to get you into this market, to help you to have that asset and to have it grow for you. When you're young, that's a great time to get creative and figure out how can you get a piece of property to gain for you down the road.
That's excellent. That's excellent advice. So let's start with the credit. So what is your advice for our viewers about credit and how to have a good credit score? Some of the tips that you can share with our viewers to improve their credit score, and what are the lenders typically looking at with regards to the credit score? Right.
So credit score is an important piece when we're looking at lending opportunities. We do want to see some good numbers. So something above 650 is really a great credit score. Something that's a little bit more doable when we're talking about an A side lender. And you're probably all wondering, what's an A side? That's typically your big banks. So when you have a good credit score and your debt ratios are in line, so we want to consider your credit score and kind of what have you been doing with your credit? Do you have maybe 2 credit cards that you're constantly using, paying off, things like that?
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So the next thing is, of course, the question of down payment, right? How can somebody either save up for down payment, or what are the other opportunities such as gifts and RRSPs? Let's discuss that.
Yeah, absolutely. So RSPs are something I did as well. When I bought my first home, I went and got a loan for an RSP, knowing that I was going to turn around and pull that money out 90, 120 days later to use for the down payment to be able to purchase that first home. So maybe you've been fortunate enough to have a job that supports that need. Maybe you've put money aside yourself from an RSP, or maybe you want to get creative and ask a family member, a parent, a grandparent to gift you some early inheritance money to be able to utilize those funds to be able to purchase that property.
So you are saying that a parent can gift money, a grandparent can gift money, and even probably a sibling can gift money?
Absolutely. I think it's about being a family as a unit, helping each other maybe work together to be able to purchase a property together, and then maybe removing a family member as a co-signer or using some of those extra funds to be able to purchase that property that you're wanting.
Excellent. Guys, see, these are some great tips, right? What I remember doing for myself personally is that it's very hard to save money. Don't you all agree, right? It's very hard to save money. So this is what I used to do. I used to borrow the RRSP every, come March deadline for RRSPs. I used to go to the bank and say, hey, can I borrow $5,000? And they used to give me $5,000, and I used to put it in my RRSP. And then during the year, I used to pay it off. Next year, another 5,000. Next year, another 5. So in about 3 to 4 years, I have a good sum of money saved up. And if you have a partner and you're both doing that, so imagine borrowing $10,000 every year. It's not your own money. You're just borrowing from the bank and paying it off during the year, right? It's forced savings. And then at the end of 3 years, you've got a chunk of money sitting in your RSP that you can borrow towards your home purchase. And like Amanda did mention, you can then go and approach either your sibling or your parent or your grandparent for your gift. You know, if your parents or grandparents have money that they are eventually going to give you as inheritance, right? Why don't we take it as early inheritance, right?
Exactly, I agree. Maybe somebody knows that a family member has already shared with you their wishes. We're not here forever, guys, and maybe someone knows that they want to gift a certain amount of money to you down the road. What about saying, is that money available sooner so I can get into the market to allow that money to grow for myself within real estate?
That is awesome.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So we've covered the gift money, we've covered the RRSP point of view, and then what credit they need to have, right? And let's talk about what we call as pre-approval, right?
Yeah.
So before they even go and have a look at homes or condos, why is it important to at least know where you stand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're buying that first home, it's so exciting, and you get caught up in, this lovely kitchen or this great big opportunity in the basement. But let's be smart, guys. We need to have our numbers in line, and a pre-approval is simply just that. It's a pre-approval. Now, you can bring your documents to a mortgage agent like myself. We can go through the numbers and give you an estimate on what's a good price range right now, given your budget, your income, and your down payment money together, and send you shopping with a great realtor like Waiz.
Oh, thank you so much. So that helps us as a realtor. It helps me to say, okay, you know what? Are you qualified for $800K? Are you qualified for $1 million? Right? So we can then advise you about the right product. Whether it is going to be a townhouse, whether it's going to be a condo or a detached house, or whatever the situation may be. Right? So there we go. Right?
And then there's another opportunity. Maybe you're looking to buy that property that has a basement apartment suite. Mm-hmm. So you have someone paying you money every month, pays off some of your mortgage while you're living still in a property. So you're not having to have that full debt load on your own. And that's another creative solution within real estate.
Yeah, perfect. I love that solution. So lenders do take that into account. Like if you have a separate basement apartment, so let's say we get a duplex where the basement is can be rented, it's legal, it's got a separate entrance. So how do the lenders take that into account?
Yeah, definitely. So every situation is very unique. So when you come across that property or you're really interested in that theory, let's get you in contact with Waiz and myself. Let's get a game plan together and send you shopping.
There you go, guys. It's a great opportunity, right? We are experienced professionals in the industry. You know, we own real estate ourselves, our own portfolios, right? So we are experienced, and we can get you into your first home, right? And that was for the first-time homeowners, right? So let's talk about people who already have a home, and they are happy with the home. They have been living there about 4 or 5 years, right? And now with the price increases, they have amazing equity. You know, they're sitting on huge amount of equity, like $500K to $1 million equity, right? I know people, especially in Milton, the prices have gone staggering, percentages like 40%, some of the homes, 30% every year increases, right? So with that kind of increases, there are a lot of people, they're sitting with a lot of equity. How can they use the home equity to purchase an investment property?
Yeah, absolutely. So home equity is a great thing. Again, your equity grows. It's money that's sitting there not working for you. So that's when we can look at a refinance situation. We can look at your debts. We can look at what your property is that you reside in, how much equity is there, and then send you again shopping with Waiz to go find that secondary property to give yourself more income.
That's awesome. See how she said that you can actually pay off your debts? So here is something very smart. If you got a car, if you got some credit card loans, okay, guess what you can do? You can actually take money, refinance it from your home, pay off the car, pay off the debt, right? And still have a down payment for your second home. Isn't that smart?
And the second home's generating income. So guess what? Now you're making more money and you're not even going to work for it.
That's amazing. The second home is not only making you a landlord, it's bringing you the cash flow, it's paying down the mortgage, so you've got mortgage pay down, and then every year your property is appreciating every year, and you're building an asset for your retirement. Isn't that smart? It's
great. I myself have done the same thing. I've used my equity and purchased that home. We're renovating now, and then we're coming ready to be able to put tenants in it. So it really is a great opportunity. There's lots of people out there that are looking for rental space. So it's another creative solution to get creative, to build a team with a realtor, a mortgage agent, and let's get a problem solved for you guys.
That's awesome. So the seasoned investors out there know this as the BRRRR strategy, right? The BRRRR strategy, right? So just some tips for you, new investors. So what is this BRRRR strategy? What is this buy and hold strategy, right? So, buying a property, right? Hopefully at the market price or even lower than market price. So we'll talk about that, how we can get something lower than market price. So buying something at market or lower than market value, and then you can rent it for some time, and then you can rehab it. So basically you are improving the property, right? So once you improve the property, guess what's going to happen? The property value is going to be assessed at a higher value, and that down payment that Amanda did mention that you had taken out from the house to invest in the second property, now guess what? You can actually take out that down payment, right, and invest in a third property, right? So that's how we create generational wealth, right? And use the BRRRR strategy, and then the next R is to again rent it, and then again to repeat it. So most people forget the last R, so they don't repeat it. but once you have done this strategy, believe me, you are going to be an addict to it. It becomes an addiction.
Real estate is an addiction, I agree. You have to get creative and really just join with other people that are looking out to help you grow and build. And honestly, real estate is an amazing opportunity.
So we've discussed about Okay, first-time home buyers, we've discussed about new investors. So what do you have for our seasoned investors, right? Our seasoned investors are looking for multiplexes, commercial units, right? So let's talk to our seasoned investor about how they can invest and how you can help them with multi-family units.
Yeah, so there's definitely different ways in terms of lender options. We can look at credit unions, we can look at the small commercial side, or maybe you're not even in the small space within commercial. It's a different product altogether. So a lot of you seasoned investors know that kind of multiplexes are a very interesting commodity right now. They're a hot commodity. I hear lots of people talking about them, wanting to have that 12-unit complex to be able to have those rents that are able to give back to your income. So again, reach out to a good agent, a good mortgage broker that's able to work with you and be able to get you a win-win situation as you move forward in your journey.
That's awesome. So thank you guys for watching. You have any closing thoughts, Amanda?
Yeah, I just don't want to see you guys get stuck. So if you're sitting in a mindset and you're just like, I can't do it, come and have a call with us. Book a free call with myself or with Waiz and just talk through what you're thinking, and let's see if we can grow a little bit in terms of what we're used to, come out of the shell, and that new piece of property is probably waiting for you. You just don't even know it yet. I can be reached on Facebook at Mortgages by Amanda, as well as Instagram. I have a website that I welcome you to join, and I look forward to having a coffee chat with you all soon.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching the channel. Of course, you know where to reach me at the Canadian Real Estate Channel or at waizahmed.ca, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. I am very approachable and I love to talk real estate. So no obligations. Just call me. Let's discuss your journey. Let's look at your portfolio, and with Amanda's help, we can see your situation, whether you're a first-time home buyer, a new investor, or a seasoned investor. We have the solutions for you. So thanks for watching again. Thanks for watching the Canadian Real Estate Channel. Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. See you again next time.
Bye,
Take
guys.
care. Bye-bye.